Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K22 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all of the playmaking badges in NBA 2K22. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into this. First on the list are the S tier badges. The S tier badges are basically the badges that I think that, pretty much any build would need or could use. These are just like your essential badges. If I only had like 3 badge points, or not 3 but like 9 badge points, or 3 badges that I could run, these would be the main badges I run. And number 1 is quick first step, number 2 will be bullet passer, and number 3 is unpluggable. Now I do have an asterisk next to unpluggable because as of right now it's kind of broken. You're getting grip regardless of if you have it on Hall of Fame, gold, silver, bronze. It doesn't even matter. Like Hall of Fame unpluggable, you might as well not have unpluggable as of now. But I do expect them to buff unpluggable or nerf pickpocket in the steals. But either way, something needs to be done with the unpluggable badge because it's kind of ridiculous how easy it is to steal a ball. But last year and the year before that, Hall of Fame unpluggable was goated, and I still think it will be goated. I think they just need to put out a patch and fix it or whatever. Quick first step is quick first step. This will always be the most important playmaking badge. It is the best, one of the best badges in the game. It's probably top 5 badge in the game, period. Like, it helps you with triple threat, size ups, and everything like that. It's just going to make you a harder person to guard. And then, of course, bullet passer, one of the newer badges. This badge is definitely a must-have on pretty much any build, mainly guard builds if you're going to be running the offense or ISO in, so you could dot those corners, so you can hit hash or whatever like that. But still, you're going to need this on at least silver, so that's why I have this as a S tier badge. I do have it on Hall of Fame for myself, but, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? The next badges are the A tier badges. Now these are the badges, if you have the badge points, I would definitely run them. I'm not necessarily saying that I would run these gold. Some of these badges I would put on bronze or gold or silver or whatever like that, any tier really. But that would be ankle breaker, bailout, handles for days, and hyperdrive. Now these are tier 2 badges in the sense that like these are like you don't have to have them if you only have like these aren't badges that I would put on if I only had a limited amount of badges. But if I had about 15 to 20 badges, I would find a way to put these badges in. Hyperdrive I rock on either gold or Hall of Fame depending on how I'm feeling and depending on what I'm running. If I'm playing park, if I'm playing rec, if I'm playing as a spot up, if I'm like on ball, like, running the offense and stuff like that, I might run a Hall of Fame. But if I'm like, just playing spot up and, occasionally ISO in or whatever, I'll rock it on gold. Handles for days, you can get by with pretty much anything. Like, I have 99 stamina and gym rat, so I really don't need this badge, but I do occasionally rock it on bronze. Sometimes I'll rock it on silver or whatever like that, but I never go higher than silver. That's just me. I know some dribble gods like to rock it on Hall of Fame because they're really good with the dribbling. Me, I'm so I like to just rock it on bronze or silver, mostly if I'm like primarily running the offense. Bailout, I never rock it above bronze, but I think it really depends on your pass accuracy. I have a 90 pass accuracy right now and an 88 ball handle, I think, at 97, so I really don't need bailout, higher than bronze. This right here is enough to get my passes off without them going out of bounds or crazy or anything like that. So I think this is a really good badge as well to have if you're a point. And then, of course, ankle breaker to help just get you open. If you're a good dribbler and you know how to dribble and you know how to play, you can get open regardless. You can get open without this, which is, you notice a lot of dribblers don't really run like tight handles and space creator and all of these badges that they used to run. But this is still like, the go-to badge. Like, you don't really need space creator, although I do run it. And you damn sure don't need tight handles, although I used to like tight handles in 2K20 and a little bit in 21. Wasn't as good in 21, really good in 20, not as good in 21. But ankle breaker is still the go-to badge, like when it comes to dribbling and being a point guard. And then I just dropped my controller. Nice. Alright, the B tier badges. These are the badges that I would say are, badges that I would run if I had enough points, but if I don't have enough points, I will I won't even run them or whatever. You can get away without running these badges, but if you do have 25 or I'd say 20 plus playmaking badges, you can put these badges on. And those badges are Dimer, Floor General, Special Delivery, and Quick Chain. Now, Special Delivery is just going to help with throwing oops and throwing flashy passes and stuff like that. I like to rock this on bronze just for the fact of throwing oops or whatever. Hopefully, whoever I'm throwing a oop to has Lob City finisher on at least bronze. If you have a bunch of playmaking badges, obviously you could rise it higher, but me personally, I never really put it past bronze. Floor General is another one of those badges where, like, this year the shooting is so easy to shoot, that I don't really think anybody needs Floor General. But if you want to make your team overpowered, you definitely would like to put Floor General on. And I believe when you rock Floor General, one of the bonuses, if you read the badge info, is that additionally a red ring appears around teammates' feet when they're on one of their hot zones. So if this year you can't even see when you're in a hot zone while in game, you have to check your hot zones while you're outside the game, checking your card or your roster or whatever, and moving over to hot zones. I think it's kind of dumb that they did that this year. Hopefully they patch it or do something. I don't know, but it's kind of dumb. But yeah, this will give you the ability to see when your teammates are in a hot spot or whatever. So you could tell them, yo, that corner, that's your hot spot, stay there. You in the wing, yo, stay there. That free throw line where you just pop that little midi, stay there. That's your hot spot. So that could be very helpful as well. And then that Floor General pairs very well with Dimer, which is going to help boost your shots. Now, this year people don't really need Dimer. Again, how easy it is to shoot this year, I still like to run it on bronze, especially when I'm in the rec by myself playing solo with randoms, and I know like everybody don't know their jump shot. Everybody doesn't, just know how to time their jump shot. Not everybody have all their badges, so the Dimer boost with like stuff like sniper and stuff like that, catch and shoot, should help them hit majority of their shots, especially when they're like releasing early or very late or whatever like that. This is going to help save a lot of those people from bricking. And on top of that, it's going to help you get your takeover faster, because the more assists you get, the more it's going to help towards your takeover. And then the final badge for B tier badges is Quick Chain. Is going to help you with dribbling. Personally, I don't really use this badge. I might throw it on bronze or silver if I really don't know what else to put on, or I feel like I don't really need to put anything else on, because I do have about 25 or 24 playmaking. But I tried running this on gold. I tried running it on Hall of Fame, and I personally don't notice a difference. I do know that you have to chain 3 dribble moves together, and it can be OP in certain instances, but for the most part, I don't think this is really like an important badge, like for me. If I'm just gonna ISO, if I'm playing twos or something like that, I would most definitely put something like this on. But for the most part, nah, I don't really run Quick Chain. But if you have 20 plus badges, yes, this is a decent badge to put on. After you perform 3 dribble moves or whatever, or you chain together 3 moves, you get like a little boost of speed or whatever. As you can see, a player with this badge can quickly put together a series of moves while sizing up their opponent, but it also gives you like a boost out of like the combo chain as well. So if you know how to combo up, this is a really good badge. I'm really like 2-3 dribble moves, and then I'm to the basket or shooting, and if I'm not open, I'm passing. So, but for people who really ISO play twos, this is a really good badge. Yeah. Moving on, we're gonna move on to the We'll move on to the C tier badges. Now, the C tier badges are badges that I would say, you can't. They're viable. They have some type of use, but they're more so either situational, in the sense that they only apply to certain situations, or they only cater to a certain play style. Those badges would be number 1, break starter. Number 2 would be downhill. Number 3 would be glue hands. needle threader, post playmaker, space creator, and tight handles. Now, space creator and tight handles are, kind of good. They're good if you're gonna ISO as well and play twos and stuff like that, and you dribble a lot or whatever. Those are really good badges for helping you create space and getting open and stuff like that. But I don't think many people really run these badges anymore. With how good defense is, space creator is probably the only one that's really viable. Tight handles really, I don't really even notice anything from tight handles. I never put it higher than gold, but for the most part, I wouldn't run either of these badges, just in my opinion. Well, I wouldn't run tight handles. I will run the space creator every now and then because I do like to, spam a snatch match every now and then in rec or whatever like that. Especially on a fast break, you snatch it back and then you crab them or whatever, and then you pull. It's a green all the time. It's like my go-to for a guaranteed basket if I'm shooting poorly or maybe I'm cold or something like that. Space creator, snatch back, crab, bam, green. You know what I mean? But again, like, I know that's not everybody's playstyle, so I wouldn't really consider that like one of those badges that is necessary. Post playmaker. Now, people first see this and they think, oh, this is only for like big men. This is boosted shot percentages on passes made out of the post to the shooter. But if you look at the badge info, this is really good and really great if you can combine this with Dimer. It says when passing out of the post or an offensive rebound, receivers are given a shot boost. So if you are a big man and you grab the board and you pass it out, guess what? They're getting a boost. So you pair that with post playmaker and Dimer, and then maybe a floor general that they're getting a boost. So forget about it, man. This is going to be a very underrated badge. But again, I have this at tier C just because usually if you're a big man, you don't have that many playmaking badges anyway. Usually people who make big men, you're either full red or a mixture of red and blue, red and green. People usually don't pick the playmaking pie chart when they make big, so this isn't really going to be a badge that a lot of big men, you even see a lot of big men using. But if you're a post scoring big man or something like that, or a traditional big man, this badge is going to be very, very vital to run, man. I know a lot of people are not. People are going to opt for like quick first step and unpluggable and bullet passer and stuff like that, ankle breaker, because those badges are more exciting. But trust me, if you want to win, badges like post playmaker are going to be key. But again, I feel like it's very specific to a certain play style, which is why I have it in the tier C. The next badge is glue hands. This one is another situational badge where, like, if you look at the description, and reduces the chance of errant passes. This is I have this one as a C tier badge because I would never really run it above bronze. I've had it on silver before, and I noticed that on silver, you don't need this badge any higher than silver. On silver, I didn't catch a single bad pass. And I only put this on because we had 3 guards, and I knew that the other guard that was playing with us, he was going to primarily be running the offense. I was going to play spot up or whatever, and I'd like to catch passes, so I put it on silver, and you could get away with running this on bronze, to be honest. This is a nice additional badge to have, especially if you're catching, you like to run the fast break, you like to get out and run and stuff like that. This is a very vital badge, and break starter will go hand in hand with this badge. If you do like throwing a lot of outlet passes, break starter is going to hold you down. But again, this is situational because only really big men are going to be getting boards. I do get boards here and there, but 9 times out of 10, I'm bringing the ball up as a guard. I'm not launching the ball down the court, unless there's a big man or somebody down there for an easy layup or bucket. I'm not really doing that. So again, these are situational badges that I think are very specific, like very situational or very specific to a certain play style. Same thing with downhill. That kind of ties in with the break start. If I get a rebound, as a guard, I'm not going to really be getting rebounds. But if this is like more so suits like a small forward, power forward. If you're going to be playing a power forward, a small forward, you get that rebound, you run it down or whatever, you get that speed boost or whatever, And then again, needle threader. The reason why I have needle threader in the C tier, because I feel like this is very, very situational. It's very not situational, but more specific to a play style. If you're going to be a strict floor general, pass first type of point guard, combine that with like floor general, bullet passer, and dimer, it's going to be very nice or whatever, and bail out. But You don't really need needle thread if you have bullet pass. If you have Hall of Fame bullet pass, I noticed I didn't even think about running needle thread. Last year in 21, I used to run needle thread on bronze or silver because it was a must to get those passes through. With the addition of bullet passer, Hall of Fame, I really don't even see the need for needle threader. But if you want to be that much more of a really great playmaker, you might want to throw this up to gold or Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I think it's very specific to a playstyle. If that's not your playstyle, then you're not gonna really want this badge, you know. And even if it is, you know, you're gonna, you know, hopefully you have about 25 plus playmaking badges if you're putting any of these on. If it doesn't apply to your specific, you know, playstyle or whatever, you know. And then finally, I'm gonna go over the D tier badges. And there's only two badges. Obviously, the two badges that I didn't select at all, and that is stop and go and triple threat juke. But I think stop and go is just, I don't think the launches that it gives you, the unique launches or whatever, because it does say that you know unlock see stop quickly with unique stops and launches exclusive to this badge. So you get unique launches and stuff like that. But I don't think this badge, you know, I've always rocked it on bronze just to get the animations and stuff. But between last year and this year, I just feel like it's just not as good. I have stop and pop. I really don't need stop and go to really help me with stopping with the ball. But I do know some people that do run it and like it. Me personally, it's not for me. So my personal opinion, it's a D tier badge and a badge that I would never run. Triple threat juke, I have this in D tier for the time being. It says that it speeds up the triple threat moves or whatever. Speeds up triple threat moves when trying to blow by the defender, raising the likelihood of freezing your opponent. So this would probably be a very good badge compared with quick first step when you jab and stuff like that, and then, you know, take off whatever out of the triple threat. But I mean, we don't really have much information. There hasn't been many like badge tests or any type of real studies or, you know, tests conducted on this. So for right now, I have it in the D tier. I need more information about exactly what this badge is. I mean, it probably might be good for like my career and stuff like that, but is it going to be a badge that helps me against other human players is the question. So for right now, again, it's one of the newer badges, but I just don't have the information on it. So that's the reason why that badge I have in the D tier. That obviously can change, and all of these badge rankings can honestly change, you know, as the game changes, as we make more builds, find more new, you know, builds and stuff like that, as we, you know, they patch the game, they buff badges, nerf badges, you know, patch and buff and nerf attributes and stuff like that or whatever. So we'll see as the game develops and stuff like that. But for as of right now, those are my playmaking badges, you know, and the rankings I have for them, man. You know, hopefully this video helped you and picking, you know, some more playmaking badges, you know, testing out badges that you haven't used before, or even just throwing them on and just seeing how good they are, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, so just drop a like, comment, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying, for more NBA 2K22 videos, man. I'm dropping more build videos, more rare builds. We doing highlights, man. We doing everything, man.